we must absolutely avoid the catastrophic following alternative: the Iranian bomb or the bombing of Iran.
This is Faith Complex, a dialogue about the entanglement of religion, politics and art.
Hello, I'm Sarah Feinberg of Georgetown University, sitting in for Jacques Berliner-Blanc, and you're watching Faith Complex. Our guest today is geopolitics expert Dr. Frédéric Encel. Frédéric Encel has authored numerous books about the geopolitics of the Middle East, including most recently his Horizon Géopolitique. Frédéric, welcome to Faith Complex.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, Frédéric, does Iran live up to its hype? Are the Iranians as hell-bent on destabilizing the Middle East, as many would allege?
We are often hear that the problem is Israel, because Israel would be the only country to be terrified by the issue of the nuclearization of Iran. But we have to not forget that the Arab Sunni countries in the Middle East, and especially the two superpowers of the Arab League, Egypt and Saudi Arabia, are also afraid by Iran. And Saudi Arabia had created in 2005, for the first time, a center for nuclear research, and it's unprecedented. Saudi Arabia was and is still so afraid by the pan or ground sheet expansion of Iran that twice, in 2006 and 2008 and 2009, during the wars against Israel and Hezbollah and Israel and Hamas, that Saudi Arabia and Egypt were behind Israel, and it's amazing to see that.
Many claim that the Iranian threat has caused a major power balance shift in the Middle East, and most notably in this potential Sunni Arab Israeli American alliance. Do you think that there is a major change in Arab geopolitics, or is it more of a temporary reaction of the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
It's a strong evolution and structural evolution. We see an opposition between Sunni countries, Arab countries, and Iran, and there isn't now in the Middle East an Israeli-Arab conflict, but more and more an Arabi-Iranian conflict. And I have only 4 examples, maybe the opposition, the oil concurrency opposition between Iran and Saudi Arabia, the cultural Arab-Persian multi-secular opposition, and institutional opposition between a tribal Arab centralized system, as in Saudi Arabia, and a republic, Islamic Republic, in which the centers of power are very dispatched. And so, and last but not least, if I may, you find the opposition between Sunni and Shiite, as you...
On the flip side of it, how would you evaluate the sources of Iranian foreign policy? Is President Ahmadinejad's Holocaust-denying, genocide-predicting, anti-Israel, anti-American rhetoric a natural product of its theology and eschatology, or is it mere political bravado?
For me, the Iranian foreign policy now is how can we stay in power? Because Mr. Ahmadinejad and Mr. Khamenei, this team, knows very well what is the degree of unpopularity within the Iranian population, and particularly since June of 2009 and the election, democratic election. And so they are developing a very aggressive and nationalist talk toward the other countries.
You are an expert of French foreign policy, and most recently, France has taken an increasingly hard stance against Iran under the Sarkozy government. What is the rationale behind this?
Under Jacques Chirac presidency, obvious presidency, the relationship of France toward Iran was so-called a critical dialogue. Jacques Chirac said, okay, we don't like this regime, we don't like this evolution, but it's better to continue to discuss with them. Now Nicolas Sarkozy has a real different side. It's a specific policy of Mr. Sarkozy, and it's the illustration, in my eyes, of the deep and profound reorientation of the right wing in France.
So do you think that France is not pro-Arab anymore in terms of French foreign policy?
Yes, I think that. I think that the ideology, the Gaullist ideology that led this policy not exist more. And now we find a pragmatic way of leading the foreign policy.
Let's look into the future right now. How do you think that the Iranian question should be resolved? Are you in favor of an Israeli intervention?
I am in favor of the non-obtention by Iran of the bomb. If United States can't prove a real determination in this issue, in this file, what about Japan? What about Germany? What about other allies of Americans that hope to be protected by the American powerful? I'd like add a sentence that said that Mr. Sarkozy said in front of all French ambassadors in the world in 2007. He said exactly, we must absolutely avoid the catastrophic following alternative: the Iranian bomb or the bombing of Iran.
Thank you so much, Professor Encel.
Thank you very much.